Farmers are constantly reinventing themselves to stay current and relevant. Our next story finds a young couple who ventured down a few paths until settling where the sun don't shine. It's a crisp Saturday morning.
Coming through fungus.
And the Manchester mushroom crew, well, most of them, are packing for the day's farmers markets.
Tinctures and honey. I've definitely counted that at 3 in the morning.
For market manager and co-owner Kaetlyn Bernal, late nights and early mornings are simply what it takes to get their latest batch of mushrooms and mushroom-based products to local markets.
I went to bed at like 3:45 because I had to make sure everything was picture perfect.
Like for today's market in Old Ellicott City. That's where general manager and co-owner Iain Davis, along with Walker Santos, spend a lot of their market time explaining what it is they're growing.
What?
Growth that you see is called mycelium. The mushrooms will just poke right out of the plastic.
What?
And what they're called.
It's called matsutake.
This is lion's mane, snow mushrooms.
This is called the lobster of the woods. Probably won't find these in the grocery store.
Mushrooms have been transitioning from a niche market to a mainstream high-growth product, providing smaller farms a stable income stream.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. We didn't always have mushrooms. We started with eggs.
The COVID pandemic changed many lives.
Lots of handles everywhere so you don't fall.
For Iain Davis and Kaetlyn Bernal, it meant moving back to his parents' small farm to contemplate what's next.
We didn't move up there to be farmers. We moved up there to get away for a little bit.
Then they caught the homesteading bug.
I got 10 chickens from a local mill. We're like, oh, this is great.
I remember still at 26 years old getting our first farm fresh eggs, these like tiny little things that were just like, I'd never seen that happen before.
Those 10 chicks led to 20 that then led them to open birdland pastures in 2022.
And we quickly grew that from 100 to 300, and 300 to 900.
And while their spirit and work ethic were strong, their reliance on a single revenue stream was not so much.
Chickens have the respiratory systems of like 70-year-olds.
We had a very scary time with disease.
The infectious disease, laryngotracheitis, forced them to rethink their plans.
So now our soil's tainted, and we can't continue to bring new hens here because then they're going to get sick. So really, we didn't have any other choice. We were like, we have to now pivot towards another direction, and what would that direction be? And we said, fruit trees.
And 20 active bee colonies.
So that probably equates to 3 million bees.
I want to see if I can find a queen for you.
If you haven't noticed, Iain and Kaetlyn don't dawdle.
No, if we did things slow, then we would be losing money.
In June of 2024, they changed their business to Davis Highlands Orchard and Farm. They knew there was a lot they didn't know, so they found people who did.
If we didn't have mentors, I mean, we would be so lost.
This whole thing, Iain learning how to breed queens, he just learned that from one of our mentors in the Beekeeping Association here in Carroll County recently.
Here's the queen. I found her.
With a lot of help from fellow farmers and a couple of years' work, they now care for nearly 450 fruit trees. But bees and trees take time.
So what do we do in the meantime other than that? Inside of here is where all the magic happens.
In July of 2025, Kaetlyn and Iain made their third pivot in 4 years.
What we do now is everything mushrooms.
And they're feeling confident that this move will stick.
Everybody can have eggs or they can have meat. Not that many people can grow mushrooms.
Luckily, Walker Santos can grow mushrooms.
I'm one of those people who, when I get into something, I really get into it.
And he's passed his knowledge to Iain and Kaetlyn so that together their Manchester mushrooms pivot is providing some needed stability.
So these mushrooms that we just harvested are all set to go, and we'll be going to the Ellicott City Farmers Market tomorrow with us.
So now our goal is really just making it all work together. Being able to combine it all in the future, you know, being able to figure out how we bring in the orchard to the mushroom side, or just really this whole native approach to stewardship of the land and making sure people, again, are connected to it.
I like it.
This fall, Iain and Kaetlyn will harvest the first fruits from their young orchard, bottle their local honey, and continue to expand their mushroom base. All the while keeping an eye on the markets in case another pivot is required. There is little doubt they'll be ready. Thanks for watching Maryland Farm and Harvest. We hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. To learn more about our show and watch full episodes, check out mpt.org/farm or just click the link in the description.